finally, the staple has come back to the Smackdown recap show.
It's not Hollywood Tony, but I'll take it.
It's young Anthony. So good to be back with you, my friend, young friend.
It's about damn
you
time.
It's been too long. It's been like a month, right?
I know. I've had guest host. I've hosted on my own, which I did a pretty solid job at, and now we're back together. How's it going?
I am good. We had a little technical difficulties to get started, but we are here. It's Friday night. It's young Anthony and a staple, and we're ready to recap probably the best show WWE has put on in forever.
Yes, I definitely agree on that one.
Well, I mean, I hope it's not just a one-time thing, but let's just, yeah, I wish it was makeup, maybe a hairpiece.
Polishing your head.
Yeah, that's it. Just buffing it, making it shining that some bitch up real nice. Oh man! So let's start. We start off with a Roman Reigns and the whole family's out there. Paul Heyman's out there. Roman's doing the stuff like Roman could do, and you know, out comes Lumberjack Brock. I love this version of Brock.
Oh man, he looks good. The ponytail, the jeans and everything. He looks good.
And he could speak. All of a sudden, he knows how to talk.
Yeah, he talks.
He doesn't need a mouthpiece.
Normal. Yeah,
completely normal, and it's like the best version of Brock I think I've ever seen.
It has to be. It has to definitely be up there. I liked the little callback with Heyman doing his catchphrases, but then when Brock went back to talking, I was like, I mess with this. I mess with this version of him.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's really, really good. He challenged him, and you know, I guess we'll find out later at the end of the show if Roman's going to accept his challenge. But you know, not a bad opening promo. You know, I was so disappointed though, because when we first came back with the live crowd, they kicked it off with a match that was just a banger of a match, and it felt different. Right. And as good as tonight's show was, it's right back to the promo in the beginning. Like, and it's been like that for every week since, like every WW. Did I say 3 W's? Every WWE show has got to start with a promo. Change it up, guys. Stop using the same exact formula. Like, it's just young Tyson. Tyson is our number one fan.
Well, I agree because I am young Anthony, but I think Hollywood Tony has a few things to say about that one.
No, I like young Anthony. Hollywood Tony, you know, even young Anthony, we need to buy him a Bic. Dollar Shave Club. I'll throw in $1. Oh yeah, I had to shut off my phone to try and figure out the technical difficulties. So let me pop up my notes on here, guys, so that way I know where we are. So what do you think of the beginning?
Oh yeah, it was a really good opening. I feel like this was the perfect way to start off like a New York show because you knew that the crowd was going to be going crazy. So to start off with Roman, have him do a little promo, and then really put the focus on Brock. I was a fan of it, and I always love to see Heyman getting in with some action. So when Brock put him up on his shoulders, I popped huge for that. It just makes me really want to. I love that we're seeing Brock and Roman again, but we're seeing completely different versions of both guys, which makes it feel like it's an interesting matchup, not something that we've seen multiple times before.
Good point. I agree with you there. I agree. But you know what was annoying? What I did find annoying during the opening segment is muting the fans chanting.
I thought something was wrong with my Fox app. I was like, what is going on? Why do they keep mute? Did you pick up what they said or?
Yeah. What would they were chanting some curse word. I don't remember what it was right now. But it wasn't even terrible. There was no reason to mute it. It's fans chanting. Just stop trying to mute it. And
that's becoming a trend. Is like they're doing that more often, that they're muting unnecessarily.
WWE.
Right.
I don't know if it's WWE or if it's Fox. I don't think it's Fox.
I doubt it's Fox.
It's the family-friendly WWE. Yeah. And I love that Brock and Bryan Danielson have the same haircut now.
I love that it's just Daniel Bryan on steroids.
Bryan Danielson.
Fuck, we're in the WWE show. I can call him
Daniel Bryan is dead.
So are the yes chants, apparently.
Not if you watch on Wednesday nights.
Mm.
You hear yes chants there.
Yeah,
Um, so after that, we go straight to a typical Sunday night. Hello,
a typical
to a
Sunday night.
to a typical Friday night. SmackDown 10-man tag. Let's just throw everybody in one match instead of giving us one banger one-on-one match with two of the people in that 10-man tag. Like, I'm so tired of that, and for a brief minute it took me out of the show. But they had the whole Trae Young thing. Are you a Knicks fan?
I am a Knicks fan, so that was
Okay.
really, really good to see. If you don't know, or if anyone doesn't know the context, is that the
I
Knicks
don't.
were.
I don't know basketball
So
other
let me
than
enlighten you
LeBron.
one,
Yeah, go ahead. Go
OG.
ahead.
Um,
That's what you're here
ba-
for.
yeah, I mean, besides to bring some youth to the show, but basically,
Yes.
the Knicks were in the playoffs this year, first time in years because the Knicks always are bad, and we were really, really hopeful that they were going to make it past the first round. And then came the Hawks. We won one game, but Trae Young was completely on fire. This is about his third season, and he's already one of the probably the best point guards, one of the best point guards in the league. And what was great about him in the playoffs was that every time he was in Madison Square Garden, not only would Madison Square Garden be very hostile to him, but he would bring that energy right back. And he would be like taunting the crowd, like, doing like the taunts. He would say like it's cold in here because he's ice cold. He was really, really good. So to see him in Madison Square Garden again tonight, probably the first time that he's been back since the playoffs, it was a really an interesting moment. I loved every part of it. I also loved seeing him doing that little spot with Rey Mysterio, because like him being a wrestling fan, that was probably like a bucket list moment for him to like tangle it up with one of his favorites. So that was a really cool moment. I loved this whole 10-man tag, by the way.
You did.
I did, because they always like they have like the tried and true formula of like these tag matches where it's just get your moves in, get out of the ring, and every person gets their big move in. And I kind of like that. It's just,
It's like a spot monkey show. I don't really care for it. I'd rather see two guys have a good match.
who out of that 10 would you rather see in a singles match tonight?
Any of those guys. You had Sami Zayn could afford anybody. Like,
Sami Zayn was good tonight. He was very good.
Sami Zayn is always good. He's so good on the mic. But I will say it's the perfect way to use a celebrity. Like, that
Yes.
was really cool. Like, usually they mess it up. Like, I don't care about Logan Paul. I know nothing about Trae Young. So I think they explained it a little bit when he came out. Didn't Pat McAfee explain?
Yeah, Pat's always
Yeah.
good with like those sports
So
references.
I kind of like they kind of filled you in for those that don't know. Like, I don't watch really basketball. You said that we're here for SmackDown recap. You said he's become one of the best point guards. Is showing my lack of basketball knowledge, which is zero.
Oh no.
Is LeBron James a point guard?
He is. I mean, technically, he can be any position, but he's
Okay.
mainly like a small forward.
Oh, he's like young Anthony. He's small forward. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Very good. Very good.
All right. Okay. So let's see. We go next up. We get the Bianca Belair and the Becky signing.
Yes.
And I believe tonight was really the first night we saw Becky getting any kind of heat.
That's about time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want. I don't understand. Look who's here. We got J-Bone in the house.
J-Bone!
J-Bone showing up. What's up, J-Bone?
About time you pop in for a SmackDown recap. Welcome.
Yeah. Did you watch? I wonder if he watched SmackDown tonight, because I know a lot of times he doesn't get to watch it on a Friday night. But I thought Becky was playing up the heel character really good tonight. I love the big jacket. I didn't see SmackDown last week, so I don't know if she did the same type of thing or not.
Nope, she was regular Becky, and she was getting cheered.
Yeah, so tonight she actually got some heat.
Yeah.
Which is surprising from the New York crowd. I expected her to get a big pop. Didn't happen. And again, I still don't understand why you have the most over person in your company come back and you make them a heel. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's WWE booking.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't, but I gotta support the boys. Thank you, my friend. This
thank you.
dude, let me tell you, J-Bone, one of the best dudes you're ever gonna meet. What a great guy he
Too
is.
true. He gave me the Young Tony nickname. I put in the Hollywood, but he gave me that
Yeah.
Young Tony nickname. So
Yeah, there's
I
no
got to
Tony
thank him.
about you. So you're young
I
Anthony.
mean, Hollywood says differently. Is there Hollywood about me at least?
Well, Hollywood's fake and phony, so don't go by Hollywood.
I'm not gonna say Brooklyn Young Tony. That's a bit, you know, like
Yeah.
who's gonna want to come to Brooklyn? You know what I mean? To see Young Tony. You want to
Oh
go
my
to
God, if you're
Hollywood.
there, I'm sure as hell not going. No.
No, you
Or
give
you.
many reasons to come to New Jersey, I must say, as if there was any reasons to come to Jersey in the first place, but that's besides the point.
I mean, it's funny. When I grew up, I like hated New Jersey because I thought it was like Edison and dirty and whatever. Then I found out like I'm where I live now, and it's not the New Jersey I was used to. I live in the
Really?
Garden State part of New Jersey.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I
It
live
just
out in
sounds nice, the Garden State.
yeah, I'm
Beautiful.
out in Hunterdon County. It's beautiful. I live on top of a hill.
Wrong, Nick
Queens is
Arias.
greater than Brooklyn.
That is so wrong. Queens literally picked the worst borough. You could have said any other borough, and you picked Queens. Besides
Queens, the
Staten
home of the
Island.
New York Mets. Hey, now step off of Staten Island.
Hey, now, hold on. I have the mask. I don't, not a huge supporter, but I do have.
Oh
That's my face
boy.
mask.
Oh boy. I would need that too if I was walking around Queens.
Mm.
Oh, I'm just kidding, Nick. I'm just
Anyways,
kidding.
good game tomorrow though. Yankees and Mets.
Yeah, you wait. My Yankees are choking. It's just terrible.
Are
What do you think
they?
of the contract signing? Oh my God, they won 13 in a row, and now they're like won 2 out of their last 10 games. So they pick up all that ground in a matter of 13 games, and they've just given it all back.
Yeah,
But we're
that's the
here to
Yankees.
recap SmackDown.
We're here for the other New York show that happened tonight, not the
Yeah, man,
not the
and it was a
game.
pretty lit crowd.
Yes, they were very loud tonight.
So what do you think of the contract signing? It wasn't your typical contract signing. Finally, something different with the contract signing.
That alone made it a good contract signing because I was
Yeah, of
getting ready
course.
for a brawl, and
Exactly.
I love when Becky throws the contract at her and she catches it because not
Yeah.
only does it make it different, but it also kind of plays into her like quickest EST kind of thing, which it's a nice little detail there.
Good point. I also love Becky's line of "I left my baby girl to come back to this."
That was good.
Yeah. So there was some good writing. Well, I'm gonna guess she did that on her own. I don't think
It
that was
had
written
to
for
have
her.
been. I think, you were mentioning before of how it doesn't make any sense to bring in your top face that's getting all these cheers and make them heel. But the thing is that I was okay with them doing it. The fact is, I wasn't okay with how they were presenting it up until tonight because Becky can be presented as a heel. You just have to do it the right way. And tonight, obviously, they did it the right way. And, the lines, it's just as easy as getting some heat on the crowd. What they were doing with Becky these last few weeks was playing into the crowd and giving them a reason to cheer. Tonight, they didn't give any reason to cheer for Becky and gave more of a reason to cheer for Bianca. So I think they did that really successfully tonight. And if they want to go in that direction moving forward, they need to go 100% into this Becky heel turn. No no playing into the crowd or whatever. Like, you need to stay where you are, because I think tonight was really perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was, I guess if you're gonna have her heel, I don't want her heel. Listen, she got more over than ever when the first time they tried to make her a heel, when she
Yeah,
beat the crap out of Charlotte with the kendo sticks. And
maybe that's the point. Maybe they want to start her off as a heel just to get her more over if she wasn't already.
I don't know if she could have gotten any more over, but it's
Mhm.
what happens when you have more ons in charge.
Maybe they want to get like another Roman so that if Roman moves over to Raw, at least they have, a Becky on a SmackDown. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah. So next we go to Edge versus Seth Rollins.
Mm.
What'd you think of this one?
Really, really. So it wasn't as good as the up until the end. I didn't think it was as good as the SummerSlam match because it was a little sloppy. Like, he messed up the Glam Slam, a few other spots that kind of like took me out of it. But the ending, like, I was surprised that they went this long because they started at 9 and they ended at
Yeah.
like 9:25. So we
Yeah,
got through
it
like
was nice
3
to see.
commercials. Yeah, it was
I
always great to see that.
personally, I felt this was better than the SummerSlam match.
Really? Okay.
I don't know why, and maybe I should go back and watch it again. I'm not going to do that. Who am I
Yeah.
kidding? I just felt so disconnected from the SummerSlam match. Like, it didn't do anything for me.
Maybe that's because you were still off the high of seeing CM Punk the night before, but
Could be. Could be. I was with Mike Belcaster having fun down in Chicago.
indeed.
But yeah, like, I don't know. That match, I thought the match of SummerSlam, that the best match was Cena versus Roman. But
I was more for Edge and Rollins. I thought Cena Roman was more of like a finisher spam.
he did, Tyson. He did. And I really like the ending.
I was going to
And
ask you about the ending. What did you think of it? Because I loved it.
I was shocked to see the turnbuckle bomb on Edge.
That looked.
I mean,
it sounded brutal.
Seth hurts people who aren't injured with that move. So
Yeah.
the fact that he did it to Edge was kind of friggin' crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and
I
Edge
wasn't
of selling
expecting
at
that.
the end was very, like, really
Dude,
good.
I have it in my notes. Actually, anybody who ever has to take the curb stomp should watch how Edge sold that thing.
Yes.
How he went with it, and that was the thing of beauty, the way Edge did that, because I've seen nobody sell it like that. The way he went up with the boot and down into the mat. Like, bravo
Right.
to Edge. Bravo to Edge. I guess
Just
it's
the
time
way he
for
was
him to
taking
go.
those kicks, like the way that he was just like stone faced, but kept getting up. You could tell that, like, that period when he was going for like a lot of like different acting roles, that's definitely played into his like more recent role, more recent return. And I think that's just made him like so much better.
Edge is so good. Edge is like amazing. Edge is all I mean, not yet. His contract's coming up soon.
Hopefully,
I wonder. I wouldn't be shocked. His contract's up in
Edge
January, I
went
believe.
to AEW, what would you want to see him do besides like team up with Christian? Well, yeah, but like who against who? Like, what would you?
Oh my gosh, there's so many potential. Imagine him and Kenny Omega. Like, it's everybody in Kenny Omega. Anybody, who do you want to see them wrestle? Kenny Omega, because Kenny Omega is going to give anybody a great fucking match. What about him and Adam Cole? Like, that'd be a hell of a match.
That would be a really good match.
You know, and it's something we could have had. Whoa, not wrestle and retire. Are you done?
Front face lock is very anti AEW, sadly. So,
welcome,
welcome, front face lock.
Are you a fanboy for WWE?
I hope you stick around for the AEW review.
After we're done here, you get the AEW Rampage recap show with Chad, Mike Belcaster, and I think Sneed will be there. Dude, apparently you don't know much about wrestling at all. But that's
I don't know if if your comments will be posted on the Rampage review if you come in, but you always have to have the differing opinions.
Listen, pro wrestling is back, and it's on Wednesday nights, and
it's on all night. Not all nights. It's on Fridays and Wednesdays.
Yeah. Well, listen, dude, I've invested 40 years into WWE too, and you know what? I've never felt more disconnected from this terrible product, and it's not the talent's fault because the fucking talent's there. It's the booker's fault, and it's mainly one man. So WWE, like we had a group chat going tonight, and Chad said it the best that, Monday Night Raw, it's not 3 hours because there's not a damn thing that's booked on that show that's any good. It's not because it's 3 hours. There's nothing good. There's not one segment of that show that's been good in years. Raw is terrible.
It's very bad. I just stopped watching. All I do is watch the Tavern reviews because I can't sit through
NXT. I tapped out of that. How boring that's gotten. Their wrestling matches are still banger. Well, they were. Now with Daddy Vince in charge, I don't know. Ring of Honor and NWA definitely silent shows.
ROH is very good. I can't get into NWA.
NWA is like a real throwback type of classic wrestling feel.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, first of all, I can't watch it because it's on Fight TV. I would have to subscribe to watch their weekly show.
$5 a month thing.
Yeah, it's like you had it on YouTube. Why switch over to Fight TV?
I don't really get it because like now you're behind a paywall for anybody to see it. How are you supposed to capture new fans?
Exactly. I don't get it. But
anyway, so yeah, but he's in charge now, so expect it to go even worse into the shitter. He did have once it went to USA is when it got shitty, and he did have a hand in what was going on there. Don't let what he says fool you.
Yeah.
It's only about to get worse.
Like
if you think the NXT paint throne logo is cool, then people need help.
Well, I don't know about it yet. I have to watch the first episode to see.
We should be a little open to it. We should, but I'm just so disheartened by the facts it's going to be another Vince McMahon show. But,
Well, I mean, we'll
so
see.
let's
I'm
go.
interested in it. So
That's
who
good. You
knows?
have to let me know how it is. Maybe
Maybe
young
we'll do a
Anthony wants
Tavern
a
review.
maybe young Anthony wants to do an NXT recap show this week and
No, I
on
think
the
I'm okay
Tavern.
actually. I think I'm perfectly fine without doing that.
We need reactions to it, young Anthony.
We need reactions to good shows.
So you're not expecting much from NXT on Tuesday night.
I mean, I like the presentation, honestly. I like the new the vibe to it. I don't like the logo because I think it's like
cheesy. It looks
like a
kindergarten.
2-year-old made it. I could have gotten on MS Paint.
We
and made
agree.
that.
See, we agree.
But I like the in the commercials they have like a really cool the arena looks cool, so the stage and stuff.
Yeah, Chad's 100% right here. I love NWA,
Yes.
but hasn't fully recovered from the pandemic. Pre-pandemic, it was much better. Its men's roster is weak. Yeah, they kind of got the what's the word? The roster has been dismantled a little bit.
Well, Nick Aldis just lost the title, so they need to do a lot to like build up, some new contenders because Nick Aldis was NWA, so they're gonna have to.
Yeah, you had Ricky Starks there before the pandemic and stuff.
And
so.
Also, I can't take a company seriously when Brodus Clay is your mid-card champion. I can't do it. Like the guy is ridiculous. But
so let's talk about the main event. First, I'm wondering why are the Usos versus?
Well, actually, before we get to the main event, what did you think of Rollins? His kind of post-match promo where he was just like dumbfounded.
Okay, I'll tell you. I kind of liked it, and I kind of felt like they're doing this again because it's kind of how he reacted after he took Rey Mysterio's eye out of his head.
Yeah.
So it just reminded me too much of that, but I still was a little bit intrigued by it. Like, okay, like, because, if it didn't seem like another WWE repeat.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was interesting.
Do you think they do a third match?
I think probably. What do you think?
I don't know, because if you do a third match, you need to do it for a stipulation. And I don't think there's enough time until Extreme Rules to really build that up. So maybe, I mean, they just
I
wrote
think
off
Edge will
here,
be out for a little while.
Yeah, I think this was his way to write him off and get away with not doing a third match. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Maybe this is just me speculating, but maybe Edge comes back and he challenges Seth when he has a championship.
Maybe.
I mean,
think they would give it to
Roman goes to Raw. Bobby Lashley comes here. Seth beats Lashley.
True. Very true.
He gets his crows from All Elite Farms. That's funny.
What do you think of the Lashley Orton match happening on Raw? Wasn't it supposed to be at Extreme Rules?
I thought so. And then tonight they said it's going to be on Raw, right?
Yeah,
because this week was supposed to be the tag team title match.
They saw AEW won in the demo, and they were like, "Well, we need to put the title match on Raw. Damn it!"
Okay, so you see what's happening here. WWE is starting to feel the pressure and starting to respond.
Hopefully,
because if they keep putting out the same garbage they've been putting out, it's been very, very disheartening to watch WWE lately. Tonight was a real breath of, it wasn't perfect, but it was still a breath of fresh air. And
well,
the best show they put on in a long time.
always is going to put on great matches whenever they're in the Garden. It's like it never fails. Like the Barclays Center, they'll put on some pretty bad shows, but like when they're in the Garden,
that's their hometown.
The last show that I was at before the pandemic hit was the last Smackdown at MSG in 2019. That was the one where like the Undertaker came out, and I think that was when like Chad Gable beat Shane McMahon to like move on to the King of the Ring. That was a great show. And Kofi Kingston did that table spot on Randy Orton. Great, really great show. So they'll always do some great stuff there.
We have a serious question here. Serious question. Not trying to sound like a dick for a change, but why don't you like WWE? Why do you want? But if you don't like, because I'm a WWE fanboy for 40 years.
Well, you don't hate SmackDown.
I don't hate SmackDown, I mean, it's much better. I ask everyone the same thing. I'm going to answer this because I am a WWE fanboy. I've grown up watching WWE since I was like 6 years old back in like 1981.
Old.
My whole shut the. Can I mute you? No. Um, uh, Oh my god. So I've been watching it. It's like a habit by now, and I want WWE to be good. I really really do. I don't want it to be bad. I want to enjoy WWE as much as I'm enjoying AEW right now.
Mhm.
You know, I don't want it to stink. And again, like tonight's SmackDown, pleasant surprise. Like I kind of hoped it would be, you know, a good show returning to MSG, but with, you know, how many times do I hope they're going to put on a good show and it's a disappointment. They delivered tonight. They did something. It was you know, it wasn't the best show in the world, but it was really how old are you? I want to know how old you are.
Me
No,
or
him. Front Face Lock podcast. No, I never jumped ship. I've been WWE my whole life. You know, I've never ever jumped ship and wandered until AEW, man. That's how. Look at my house. My whole house is like my basement is all WWE. If you could see it, it's all WWE. I believe you're 40. I'm 46. So I was at the MSG show, the two MSG shows right before WrestleMania 1. So I remember them. That's how long I've been a WWE fan for. I bleed WWE, and I also, you know, and like I said, it saddens me to see what it's become and the terrible, terrible book. And again, I don't blame the talent because the talent's there.
I
The
think I'm
talent is
so used to it because I started watching right when it started to become shit. Like it was right after the Ruthless
yeah,
Aggression
like
era.
it's not your fault. You don't know any better. All you know is shit. Like all
Yeah.
you know is, and honestly, it hasn't been total shit for all these years.
Yeah, there's
You
definitely
had
been some
CM
bright
Punk
spots.
there. You had the Yes movement. There were certain bright spots over the last few years. It's really only around since the time it took the real dip is when Vince came out and said we're gonna start listening, and it did nothing but get worse. You
Yeah.
had not CM Punk. You had Kevin Owens come out and he cut that promo, you know, which I guess was meant to be a pipeline type promo saying on Shane McMahon, nobody wanted to see you on TV as much as you've been on TV after that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I still love WWE. I'll always love WWE. It is what it is, you know. It's just what I've done for 40 years, and how do I stop watching now? It's like I'm in a bad toxic relationship and I just can't leave it no matter what, no matter how bad I know it is for me, no matter like how I'm falling asleep trying to get through an episode 3-hour episode of Raw. You know,
Yeah.
and then like I want to break up, but you can't. And even though your friends are telling you, but you know, I got AEW on the side now, and like I've moved on, and AEW has became my mean squeeze. But you know, I still have to go hop in bed with WWE. I just can't stop it.
Tom,
So,
you have a very too detailed of a description of this
do you
for
like
me
it?
not to be a little questionable.
I mean, I can't explain it much better than that.
No, you're definitely right. I like we're in a good time period right now where it's like you could have different, um, different options. And I think that's really cool.
Wait, CM Punk sucked as a wrestler? Wow. Apparently, you really don't know much about wrestling.
He definitely
Um,
didn't suck. Like,
no, man, he
go
had some
back and
amazing
watch.
matches. Go back and watch his match with John Cena from February, right before it was the match to determine who was going to face
was
The
right.
Rock at WrestleMania.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah,
That was an amazing match for a Monday Night Raw.
yeah.
For a Monday Night Raw. So, oh wow, awesome, Tyson.
That seems
awesome.
like the
We're
perfect time to get right into that. 97.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I thought 85, 84, 83 was a perfect time, but hey, listen, I'm fortunate. I got to see WWE through the golden era, through the attitude era, and I'm getting to see AEW, and I'm getting to go to this stuff. So Tyson is the man. So let's talk about the main event. I was kind of shocked at first. We're getting the Usos versus we only have a couple minutes before Rampage is over. I want to go watch Rampage. It's on my DVR. I'll be watching it as soon as we're done here.
Yes.
But hey, Listen, we made a commitment. We said we were coming back to the 10 o'clock time slot.
And I'm perfectly fine with. You have 6 viewers right now. We're fine. We're
Yeah,
fine.
of course we are, man. We're here for our viewers. We love our viewers.
Absolutely.
And listen, the DVR can wait. I'll see it. I'm not getting spoilers, so don't post any.
Yeah, true. That is a rule. No spoilers in the Smackdown chat. But
Yeah.
if you are in the chat, say hello because we have 6 viewers right now, and I want to see everyone. I want to say hello to everyone.
Man. Thank you guys for joining us right now. That means a lot. We love you guys.
Absolutely.
So like I said, I'm like, why the Usos versus the Street Profits for the main event when you had Seth and Edge? Like, I thought that would have made a better main event, but then the ending happened.
Right.
So we get, Roman interferes. It's a DQ. What do you think? Well, it was 6 a second ago, Tyson. Would you scare somebody off? Would you leave? And we got 11 minutes to wrap this baby up. What do you think? What? I mean, it was a solid match up until Roman
I
interfered.
like the match. I was surprised it went like 2 commercial breaks. That was
We're up to 7. What are you talking about, Tyson?
Oh, we're at 7, baby. If you're in the comments, come on, drop a comment. Let us know you're here. Maybe Tom will give something away. I'm kidding.
Anybody who comments gets to win young Anthony and take him off my hands.
Oh no, I'm priceless. But anyways, I was surprised that it went like 2 commercial breaks. Like it felt like it was 2 moves, commercial, 2 moves, commercial.
It did, right? I said the same thing. I said to my wife, like, another commercial?
But at the same time, it was still a pretty good match. Once Montez Ford got his hot tag in and he threw the shoe into the crowd, that's really what brought me in. And
do you feel between Monday? So you didn't watch Raw, but do you feel tonight the matches were a little more physical than they've been?
Yes,
because I got that feeling off a Monday night's Raw too.
Well, I think that just comes with having more time. You know what I mean? Like I think
I also think it's them trying to respond to AEW.
That could be it too. But I think it also is just, Raw has had, I think the last time I watched Raw, there was like 8 or 9 matches on here. Tonight, there was only, 3? So you have more time to get a little bit more physical. So you know what I mean?
Now we know we just bust chops here. I don't even know what's this guy's name who's talking to us. I want
to. I'm terrible with names, to be completely honest.
Yeah, and I know half the time I don't remember my name. But dude, like we respect you, and I respect. Like, hey, listen, I want everybody to watch all of wrestling and love it all. If people love it, good for them. Yeah. I think WWE could be personally. I think they could do things better, and I want it to be better. But like, listen, if somebody could sit there and watch WWE and love it right now, then good for them.
Ryan, that's what it is.
Ryan, what's up, Ryan?
I'm sorry.
Thank you for joining us, Ryan. Like, we love to have you here. It means a lot that you're here. And again, like, we thought tonight's SmackDown was a very good show, the best show we've seen from WWE in a while. That's all right. We're gonna pick on Hawk. What do you think, Ryan? Did you think it was a good show? So we go into Roman gets disqualified. He grabs the mic and he accepts Brock's challenge. And I kind of hate. And tell me what you think of this. Didn't Brock challenge him when he's done with Finn Balor? Or did Roman say, I'll come to fight you after I'm done with Finn Balor? I'm a little confused now.
Didn't pick up on that one.
One of them said it, and I hope it wasn't Brock. I think Roman had to say it.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that would make more sense when I'm done with Finn. But okay, now, so the ending of the show, we see the tutu and the red lights flash. And it is the return of the demon, Finn Balor, who we haven't seen in many, many years. It was his first appearance. Yeah, I don't disagree. The heartbeat of the demon still beats. You're right, Tyson.
Yep.
Roman said, thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Roman said after all. I thought so.
Yeah.
So I don't like that to just writing us off, because if the demon's coming back, the demon's never lost a match.
That's my whole thing, is that I both love it and I hate it. Love it because it's the demon and he's always great. The same thing at the same time. The whole point of taking the demon off of TV was because they beat it to death and they never treated it like they did in NXT. So they put him down in NXT. They let him do his new persona,
which was awesome. And he brought that persona back to SmackDown in the beginning.
Absolutely. And then now you're putting him in a situation where neither guy could lose. One, you can't have Roman lose because he needs to go against Brock, or else this whole storyline means nothing. And at the same time, you can't have Balor lose because you're bringing back the demon for the sole purpose of having the demon be an actual threat. So unless you're going to do like a triple threat match, I don't see what the point of this is.
I don't
They
want to see a
should
triple
have.
threat match either with those three.
There's been too many triple threat matches this year, both on AEW and WWE. So we can't do another one of those. But if I'm
Yeah, I
WWE,
agree.
I would have started with the Demon for other feuds, maybe something against Rollins or, whatever it may be. And then
You could have just packed the Demon away for a while longer. There was no need for him to come back so fast
yeah,
after Finn coming back to the main roster.
yeah,
None.
he came back in
Although I'll tell
July.
you one thing, his makeup tonight was cool as shit, man.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
it is
Give me
really
that
cool.
figure. Give me
I
that
wonder how
figure.
long it takes to do that paint.
I don't know, man. It was freaking cool. So, I mean, unless they shock us and a Demon does go over Roman, I'm not ready. Kind of like I'm not ready to see Kenny Omega lose yet. I don't think it's time for Roman to lose yet.
It's definitely not time. He needs to carry that into Mania.
At least. I'm
There's
saying
no
at
one
least.
else to carry into Mania. Like, who else
Yeah,
have
I
you
don't.
built up to be champion except for Roman or Drew for the WWE title? There's
So
no
this
one
is my
else.
booking. Okay, how about this? Real quick before we have to sign off here and give our ratings, so that the Rampage recap show could come on in just a couple of minutes. Tune in, Tyson. I know you'll be here.
Absolutely.
So we get Roman. I'm suppose it's going to be at Crown Jewel. He'll fight Brock. And if they can let Roman win there, you lead it to WrestleMania. You let Lashley hold the title to WrestleMania. And at WrestleMania, have those two face off, and you combine the titles.
It's about
you have these
damn
two
time.
guys who are monster heels on monster runs, and you let them finally to me. I just have a feeling it feels like that's what they're building towards.
I hope so.
And
it's time to
to
get
me,
rid of
that
the
would
brand
make
split shit.
I agree, man. I agree.
Especially if they're, if you're looking to cut all these guys and you're releasing all these talent, you might as well just get rid of the brand split because it's not doing it any better. But if they don't do that, then I'm kind of seeing it like he beats Brock at Crown fucking Jewel, whatever.
Yeah.
Survivor Series, they'll do the champion versus champion match that they've been doing, like the Raw versus SmackDown. And then maybe they'll do like a Rollins feud at the Royal Rumble. But then I still think that they'll do either Roman and Rock at WrestleMania.
He had the same makeup on the Ultimate Edition?
No, it was different. It was
I definitely think the chest
was similar,
different.
But it was definitely different. I think at Mania we'll either get Roman versus Rock, or if not, then we'll get Roman versus Drew. That's the one I really want to see for Mania.
Dude, they don't have any people on the roster anymore. They can have more fresh matches if they combine the two rosters.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I do. So I know I've said this before. On Monday Night Raw, you have, Roman come out and he opens the challenge. On Friday night, whoever comes out that accepts it, he makes his promo, and you build up before you get them on the same show. You get payoffs that way. It's better.
Exactly.
You don't have to see every single person on every single show or every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Take a note from AEW and from the way Triple H ran NXT when it was in its heyday.
Absolutely.
So definitely, there's too many titles. It's way too many titles when you go to watch a pay-per-view and there's 6 out of the 7 matches are title matches.
Yeah, and they just keep adding more titles. It's way too much.
Yeah. So let's go to the metrics. Young Anthony has a sabermetrics formula to figure out what the rating of tonight's SmackDown show was. Let's see. What do you think it was? 1 to 5 stars. Lay it on me.
I didn't do the exact math on it. However, my gut is telling me to give it, surprisingly, a 4. I'm going to give it a 4 because the matches all hit for me. I think the only thing that I didn't really love was the 10-man tag and parts of the first half.
Didn't you just say you loved the 10-man tag?
Well, I loved it really for the Trae Young stuff, but
okay.
That and the first half of the main event, I just didn't really connect with. Those are the really only things I would take away. Everything else,
Brian's giving it a 5.
I wouldn't. Okay. I don't give 5s. I never give 5s.
Yeah. I would give a 5 if it deserved a 5.
Yeah, I gave All Out as close to a 5 as I could have.
All Out was a 5.
I mean, 4.8 maybe.
No, that was a 5. That's try and find a better.
I also don't like to round, so it would probably be a 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 3, maybe 3.25, because as
Really?
much as I like the show, there's just still a couple of things I mentioned. I don't like this whole thing with the demon. Like it's
That's
gonna come
true.
back for that.
I like the demon on like surface value. Like I'm not looking at it in the future yet. As far as the
Okay.
show it added to it. So
Tyson, the demon returning, just gave him a 4.5. But if the demon's back to lose, then it's just I don't know.
yeah.
I know there was a couple of the other things I said I wasn't crazy about tonight. Let me look at my notes real quick. That took the show. Some of the
Starting off with a promo and
okay, but still, that it wasn't a terrible promo. That's going to ruin anything.
yeah, I think
I
that's
like
probably the
Brock.
best opening promo we've seen in a while,
Yeah, the 10-man
except
tag
for
was
like the
okay, but
Cena
like you
stuff.
said, the Becky thing, the Edge. So the Edge, yeah, that curb stomp was amazing. Maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe it deserves slightly more than what I gave it. Looking back at it, I could have sworn there was a couple other things I was saying that felt like same old
I mean,
WWE.
majority of the points come from Edge and Rollins. That's definitely been one of the better SmackDown matches we've
Yeah, maybe I'll
seen.
go 3.5.
That's
Maybe I'll go
fair.
3.5. I feel like I'm being super generous with 3.5.
Super generous. I mean, SmackDown's the better. Like I only watch SmackDown at this point because like they put on as consistent of WWE booking as you can get. Raw is very inconsistent. NXT is inconsistent. SmackDown, at least you know that you're going to get a decent show every week.
Yeah. Well, guys, it is 11 o'clock. So thank you for joining us. Young
Yes.
Anthony, let's see how fast you can plug yourself.
Classic Match Classroom, Turnbuckle Tavern, and Titantron. You can follow me. Oh, the links are in the description. Fuck it.
Thank you,
I
guys.
don't even need to plug myself.
You know where to follow us by now. Don't turn out just yet. You got your Rampage recap show coming up. You've got Chad, you've got Mike Belcaster, and I think Sneed. I'm pretty sure Sneed will be there. So I won't confirm that. But thank you for joining us. Till next week, you'll see us right back here. Oh, there you go.
I'm
You'll see
plugging
us
myself.
right back here, 10 o'clock Eastern. There'll be no technical difficulties next time because if there are, I'm going to smash my laptop. That's it for us, guys. Love, peace, and wrestling.